Good morning, everyone. Are we ready for the second day of INNOspace weekend? Good, good. We're still alive. We're still alive. Let's see tomorrow morning. All right, so this is the second day. This is the day of Saturday. That's when the crazy stuff starts to get built. So let's see what's going to happen throughout the day. We're going to do the team check-in, and then together with your team, you're going to start brainstorming, developing more use cases for your idea and so on. You're going to start building, and when you build, you should probably test what you're building with real users, real customers, talk to people. We're going to have a lot of mentors for you so you can pick their brains and challenge them with your ideas. Then you're going to find out that you're doing some of the things wrong. So then you should iterate, you should pivot, you should adapt and learn from the tests and experiments that you did and change and improve your idea, and then continue building until tonight when I'm going to tell you what's going to happen tomorrow. Let's go over a few of the logistics because we have some people that were not here yesterday. So this is the floor that we're in. This is the Jupyter room where the main activities happen. And you have the Meccano room, which is the Mercury room right there in the back. And then you already know where the food is. And then on the upper floor, we have the rooms for the teams. Some of the teams have already accommodated. If not, the organizers will show you to your exact room. Then, as I told you before, we're going to have mentors for you throughout the day. What you can do is you can book the sessions. We have a board right there where you can book sessions with them. And you're also welcome to connect with them via Slack. Just ping them. Most of them are there. Some of them will be here in the afternoon. Let's see if we have any of the mentors here right now. All right, guys, please come to the stage. So I'm going to give them the microphone so they can quickly introduce themselves. So please let everyone know who you are, what's your background, and why the team should come to you for advice, right?
Sure. Good morning, everyone. My name is Remco Timmermans. I'm a specialist in online marketing. I do social media for space. So if you are ready to promote your startup via social media, let me know and I can tell you how to do it.
Hello, my name is Angeliki Kaboglu. You know me from yesterday. If you need a boost of creativity or like to remind you of some design thinking mindsets and practice, feel free to reach out to me.
Hi, I'm Matthias Herrchen. I'm the CEO from the Digital Hub Cologne, and I'm a business coach as well as a jurist and banker. So everything connecting with finance or team building, something like that, that's my business. Thanks.
Hi everyone, my name is Stefan. You might have seen me yesterday assisting Angeliki during the design thinking workshop. I'm here to ease your pains during this weekend as I've been through a similar experience multiple times already. So I'll be passing by all the teams and just checking in on you to see how you're doing and help you in any way I can. I also have experience in prototyping, so talk to me during your building phase as well.
Hello, I'm Barnaby Osborne. I'm an associate professor at the International Space University. My area of expertise is remote sensing and space applications, so satellite data, and also engineering, so building, making experiments and making them work. So feel free to come have a chat. I'm more than happy.
Hello, my name is Kai Tierhoff. I've founded about a dozen companies myself, and I'm a full-time business or consultant for startups for, I'm afraid, 25 years now. Well, and anything business, you can come to me. You know, business planning, business modeling, finances, and all that stuff.
Hello, I'm Rudiger. In my day job, I'm working at DLR at a think tank. That's a foresight department there. But I'm here because 3 years before I was walking in your shoes, and was a participant in a small startup that is now hiring and still active, and they got a contract from a huge company. So I know what way a journey can end. So that's very good. You can come to me concerning all that has to do with stakeholder management, strategic communications, or your corporate strategy. That's what my daily job is, and also like this cross-sectional harvesting of ideas. So anything that comes from automotive and aerospace, aeronautics, concerning strategy. That's my part, and also help you perhaps for your pitches to get your messages right towards the jury. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tobias Salzmann. I'm from the Space Agency from the DLR. My main business there is doing funding for material science and physical research projects, and also looking over the micro-G platforms of the German space program. So if you're interested in doing experiments under micro-G conditions, then come to me. Thank you.
Thank you. A big round of applause for the mentors. So as you've seen, maybe there are some of them that are not here yet. You have their profiles in the handbook that you received, but you can Google them, check out their LinkedIn. It's your job to see what mentor is right for you. Prepare the questions ahead of time. Know exactly what you want to find out from them, and try to have a plan of what is your goal to take out of the discussion with the mentors. We're also going to have virtual mentors. So if you want to book any of them, they are also in your handbook. And we're going to connect to them online later today. Prepare questions for them. And you will be able to sign up with the organizers. Just let us know, because there will be limited capacity. We only have like 2 rooms allocated for that. Okay, other cool resources that you're going to have. Team Engineering is going to bring here an Arduino makerspace. So, we have another mentor? For the Arduino, all right. So let's hear it.
Yeah, hi, thanks. So my name is Roel Erkens, and I'm here for the company called T-Engineering. We basically build rockets, but that's a bit tricky to take with for you to experiment with. So the best next thing is some Arduino stuff we've brought, so you can do some electronics, some tinkering on maybe your prototype. And basically, I have some years experience in running a startup in aerospace, so any other questions regarding that, it's fine to ask me as well. So all the best.
Round of applause. Then PT scientists, you've heard all about your story yesterday.
I think everything has been said yesterday, but if you have any questions regarding electronics in space, feel free to come to me. I'm heading the electronics department at PT Scientists. I guess I missed to say that yesterday. I actually wanted to bring a little rover to play with, but unfortunately it was torn apart at the moment I was leaving, so I only have printing stuff with me, so feel free to come and touch it, and I can do it about 3D printing, aluminum and other materials, and war stories, getting funding from big companies. Thanks.
We have a 3D printing area, so let's hear all about that.
Hi, my name is Oskar Moschner, and I have my 3D printers here. You can come to me and we can model together some sort of sketch of your idea and then print it later on. So if you need anything to make your idea a physical model, I'm there to help you. Thank you.
As I told you before, we have the Meccano part. Who's going to tell us about that?
Hi, my name is Aga, and I can help you make some rapid prototypes with Meccano pieces, and I also have some robots that can dance and talk, so you can come see them.
Right, looking forward to that. Hopefully you're gonna post on Instagram and Twitter with the robots. Remember the hashtag? All right. You can also get Earth observation data. We have 2 companies here. You can both come at the same time, and we're gonna just pass the microphone.
Easy. Hello, good morning everybody. My name is Dennis. I work at Planet, and yeah, Planet is a company who operates a constellation of more than 100 satellites, CubeSats in space, and we image the Earth every day. And yeah, in any case you are interested in Earth observation data or any other offerings we have, yeah, just come to me and I can assist you with accessing the data and talk about the products you need.
So good morning, my name is Bayzidul. I am from Technical University of Darmstadt. I am a PhD there in the field of remote sensing. But what we are doing to are running a project, European Union project, which name is Fab Space. Yeah, it's space, but we are doing innovation or trying to create innovation in the field of remote sensing and GNSS. So if you are interested, I'm just behind there, and I can help you to understand the basic essence of space technology or geospatial technology, so that you can use and develop some new product based on Earth observation data. And maybe I will also give a short presentation later on. Maybe if you are, just feel free to ask me any question regarding that. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. And later on, we're also going to have a guest from the European Commission, and he's going to talk about navigation data. Then, telecommunication data from ECS. Do we have them here? All right.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody. My name is Nicolas Sideropoulos. We work in SES. If you haven't heard about the company, we have 65 spacecraft in orbit providing telecommunications around the world. And we just finished running, we just finished running an incubator where we provided a series of capabilities to innovators to develop their ideas. I will let Nicolas talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, we were running an incubator, so it's still open if you want to apply. So we are there. Whatever question you have, you can come to us.
Thank you, guys. And then, as I told you yesterday, we also have a graphic designer and also a web designer from Design and Data. So let's hear it.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lorenzo from Italy, and I deal with communication, visual design. So I'm going to help you with a basic draft of your logo and anything else you need to present visually your idea.
And the web design part, if you quickly need to have a website there.
Hello, my name is Roman, and if you need a easy and fast customizable website, I can help you with the first version for this, and yeah, that's what I'm doing.
All right, so I have to say that the amount of resources that you're getting to build stuff is truly amazing. So I would like to have a huge round of applause for the organizers for getting you all these resources. But you know what this means, right? You have no excuses. Like literally no excuses. You need to amaze us with what you're going to build during the weekend with your presentations on Sunday. But how can you make them better? You've probably heard of the business model canvas. You have them on your tables, right? Who here worked with the business model canvas before? All right, so pretty much half. All right, I will quickly go over a few brief concepts, but I guess if half of you work with that, I assume there's at least one person in every team so that you can exchange knowledge around that. So what you should do with the business model canvas is focus first on these two areas here, where you're going to talk about the value proposition, which is basically around the area of why you do what you do. How are you going to build something that brings added value to people's life? So the real questions here are around the why am I doing this, and how is this better, different, and adding value. And then you're going to go into the customer segments. Now, what I'm talking about the customer segments is not something like people from 18 to 55 living in urban areas, because we all know that's bullshit, because that's everybody. What I need from you is who are the first 5 customers, 10 customers, 100 customers. Everyone is telling me how they're going to get from 1 million to 2 million users to 10 million users. but most of the startups never get to 1 million. So first user, 5 users, 10 users, who are they? What do they have in common? Where can you find them? If you do these two right, if you do this one so well that you get to distill your idea to the very essence and you're able to tell it to your grandma in one sentence and she's like, got it, then you did a good job. Here, if you can quickly describe who these people are, you're going to have such an easy time doing the customer relationship and then the channels that you talk to them. Because you already know that if you're targeting, for example, I don't know, young mothers with kids up to 3 months old that just moved to a new city, you're not going to have advertising in Men's Health magazine, right? So just be very, very precise because you're a startup, you don't have money to throw to marketing and advertising in all the channels. You need to be very precise about where you're going to find your first 10 customers and what kind of relationships you can build it with them. Then, if you've done a good job here, you should be pretty clear about what partners and enablers you need on your side to be able to do that. That may be distribution channels, that may be suppliers, and so on. Then, if this part is done right, finding the key activities to do and the key resources that you need to develop with these partners should just fall into place. And then, of course, you have the cost and the revenue, which are the things that should go at the end. Why should it go to the end? Because you're going through several stages. First stage is idea stage, what you've done today. Now, that you go through the idea stage, you move on to the next one, which is problem to solution fit. Looking for a problem worth solving, that is a pain big enough to be solved, and then proposing several solutions to that problem and see which one fits. That is the second step that every startup needs to go through. That's the problem to solution fit. But then, once you found that, you need to know if you can make it to the next step. That's the product to market fit. Are there people willing to pay for what you're building? If I'm going to tell you that, oh, your problem is teleportation, I'm going to build teleportation, you will all be, yay, and I have problem to solution fit. If I'm going to tell you that one ride is going to be $50 billion, I don't have product to market fit, because no one will probably pay that much. So think about that, because once you get here, you need to find out who's going to be able to pay. And we've heard yesterday from PT Scientists, they were talking about the price per kilogram. So that's the area that you need to do here. And we can talk some more. I can help with the business model canvas. If the mentors can help as well. What's the goal of that? Remember, the business model canvas is an internal tool. You don't need to use it for the final presentation. You don't need to show it to the judges. This is a tool that you and your team will work on, and it will constantly evolve and change as you do experiments and you learn more. The goal of that is to be able to build your prototype, to test and validate your idea, and then to do a final presentation. You're going to have a 5-minute presentation in front of the judges on Sunday, and then you're going to have 3 minutes of questions from the jury. They are going to be looking at 3 things: validation, execution and design, and business model. Validation. Did your team get out to talk to real customers? We're in the city center, there's plenty of people around, so if you have a business to consumer idea, this should be fairly easy. If you have a business to business idea, that's where things get tricky. That's where you need to get creative and innovative. Remember that there's Twitter, and there are companies on different time zones that you can access. That's Saturday night for you, that may be daytime somewhere else. Are you actually solving a problem? So don't just go and say, oh, this is a nice idea, let's work on that. Make sure you use several techniques, such like the 5 why techniques, to go to the root cause of the real problem, to really discover the problem that you're trying to solve. If you manage to discover the real problem you're trying to solve, then the solution that you find will find customers much easier. Then, have you identified the specific target market? As I said, you need to be very precise with who has that problem. Because some people may be, it would be nice to have, but some people would be like, oh, I so waited for this. Now you need to find those people. Execution and design. Did you create an MVP, a minimum viable product, or some sort of a prototype? Now this prototype can be whatever. Can be pen and paper, can be 3D printed, it can be a mechano, it can be small rocket burning, whatever. Just try it out. Okay, how fictional is your technical demo? So if you're just going to do a small video saying things that are hardly doable, the advice would be to try to make it as real as possible. Like the first version, you should be ashamed of it. If you're not ashamed of the first version you tried to launch, you probably launched too late. Then, design matters. Because sometimes you may create a product and say, oh, people don't use it. Well, that's why we have people here to help you with the design part, because making a nice user interface allows people to use a necessary product much easier, and they would be much more willing to try it out. Business model. So because we're trying to create necessarily social enterprises, we should aim for profit. But even if you want to create a social enterprise, remember that Amazon web space is not for free for social enterprises. People working for social enterprises still need salaries, you still need to pay rent and electricity, you still need income. So whatever the goal is, building a social non-profit or a high profit company, you still need revenue. So what's your business plan? How are you going to get money in? Then, what's your value proposition of solving this problem? And is your idea unique? And if it's not unique, that's okay. But you need to know that here are 5 competitors that have similar ideas. Here's why we are different. Here's why we are better. Here's how we can differentiate. If you don't come up with this and say, hey, we're unique, no one does that, and people in the jury are like, here's 3 companies that do the same thing, you lost all credibility. So you need to do research well to understand what's your competitive landmark around you. That you need to understand if this area is a high competition area or you're kind of like changing the world by being the first. Because if you are trying to create a new market, you need completely different strategy whether you are trying to re-segment an existing market. All right. Later today, we're going to have some lunchtime talks. We're going to have a change of schedule because this gentleman here will not be able to join us. And we're going to have 4 talks during lunch. Depending on your area of interest, you can come here or you can have lunch and you can organize yourself. They're going to start every 30 minutes and you can check the agenda and see what is the best time for you for lunch and what is the best time for you to come here and listen to the presentations. So this is up until lunch. We're going to have more activities and talks later in the afternoon. Any questions so far? Good. Now let's start working on our prototypes. Good.